Hello everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Lingamurthy Ramchandran and my metric number is AN200063. I'll be starting the presentation with the introduction part. So, as we all know, business is very strategic idea that helps to improve the standard of people's life by fulfilling their needs and wants. Our country's economical state plays an important role too for the growth of a business regardless how stable or strong the economic state is. So we stood an auto company which targets the students and lecturers community at the Pago Industrial Park. It is crystal clear that vehicle repair service has evolved into an essential in everyone's life, and getting assistance from a qualified auto mechanic repair business is really important to ensure the safety of our vehicle. Next, the problem statements identified and lead to our project ideas. First of all, students and lecturers having difficulties in finding time to service and repair their cars due to hectic academic schedule and lifestyle. Other than that, it's hard to find car parts and repair services which are of high quality and endurance around Pago area. Moreover, costs for repair services are too expensive than estimated for students, and there is no nearby workshop in Pago area in case of any car related emergencies. The objectives of our project is to establish a business model for utilization auto work targeted for students and lecturers in Pago Industrial Park. Other than that, to estimate the startup costs and target the customer base and build a marketing strategy for automotive workshop and services. Moreover, to enhance our knowledge and get familiar with the idea of starting a business plan. Not only that, the scope of our project, which sets the limitations on our project, will progress into includes the car repair services and are confined to the targeted customer base, which includes the students and lecturers in Pago Industrial Park. Other than that, the startup cost of our business is in the range of RM 6,300. Other than that, we provide services that we are expertise in and decline services that we are not provided unless in case of emergency. Parts of car and equipments are obtained from only one source or company, which is very reliable. The workshop working hours are flexible. Next will be the introduction of our project's group member, starting with Hamka Arifin bin Kamal Arifin as the general manager, Abdul Azim bin Abu Bakaruddin as the executive manager, Muhammad Yafiq Nazan bin Muhammad Yusuf as the sales manager, followed by Karni Anamprapwan Shanmugam Das as the financial manager, and finally myself, Lingamurthy Ramchandran as the operations manager. Last but not the least, as for the outline of this project, it is divided into five main sections, which are introduction, literature review, methodology, results, and discussion, and finally conclusion, and each section covers the elements as mentioned in the slide. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Karni Anaparampan Shanmugam Das and my metric number is CN200009. So today I would like to talk about literature review. In our literature review, we have inserted and also used as many as terms that we can find in our project. So the first one was life cycle cost. Life cycle cost is actually a method where it can assess the overall cost of the facility or the type that we are finding for ownership for, and which is also known as a life cycle cost, LCC. And it is also known as life cycle cost analysis, because analysis is something that we analyze on how the cost and the cycle of the cost works in a facility. It also takes into an account that the cost related to the purchasing, owning, and also disposing of the certain system. The second one is cost value engineering. So when it comes to actually investigating or acquiring for some events happening in the facility, it is also performing and also known as the rejecting of the task, where there are variety of costs and also multivarious of costs involved: initial costs, gasoline costs, substitution costs, activity costs, and also finance charges, remaining estimates of the several types of the task related expenses. Next, we have used the minimum acceptable rate of return, MARR. This is also known as the minimum acceptable rate of the return, MARR, which is a small profit of the investor, and also it is also expect from the given investment for the facility, taking into the account of the venture's risk and as well as the opportunity cost, picking over all the options. Next one is cost estimation technique. The cost elimination and also estimation technique is a process where they use to calculate all the expenses which is combined or also associated with the completing of the project within the given time. It is also used for the top down and bottom down approach. This particular term is used for to estimate the cost, revenues used, and also other data calculated for the presenting project. Next, we have used the work breakdown structure. This is one of the most important structure that we have used in our project, whereas it also gives the important structured. It is also defined as the deliver oriented grouping of the work involved in the project, which specifies the project's entire scope exactly. It is a graphical or tabular representation of a hierarchical organization in a project used. The graphical form is also an ideal of the communicating work activities to senior management and also the other clients. From the tabular form is the best for the developing costs and schedules. Next, we have used project financial planning. So under this project financial planning, a financial plan actually identifies the project finance which is used in our project to require the specific terms and also objectives. The financial plan lays out all the project costs, personnel, equipment, materials, and also administration, as well as we can know the estimation of how and each item is worth for in our project. So this financial planning is one of the important ones that used in our project. The financial plan also referred to the project budget, which lists down all the costs associated in our project used. The last one is project cost valuation. Project cost valuation is the process where we determine the amount, the cost, the price, and also the resources required in the project scope. So there are also many ambiguity, cost, validation, valuation, because it is concerned that the process of the project in determining the expenses is also known as the counting of the actual cost. So there are two type of costs: direct cost and also indirect cost. Direct costs are the expenses that are invoiced specifically to a specific project, where they could include the pay for the project and they could not also include the pay for the project. In terms of this, the costs are also resources and also the utilized create tangible items, equipment, fuel, and also money spent mitigate any project specific. The indirect costs are actually costs that interfere and doesn't really pay much attention to the quality control, security, utilities, and also the classified as indirect costs, because they share the cost from the direct costs and also the numerous project involved which is happening indirectly and it doesn't happen directly. That's it from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdul Azim bin Abu Bakaruddin. My meeting number is AN20002. Now I will present about methodology of our project. The methodology of the study is one of the significant instruments in a study since it includes a wide range of topics, such as providing detailed information about the study to be conducted. The study's approach is separate into the two parts, which is qualitative and quantitative. In this project, we exclusively use qualitative research from library resources including journals, previous research, articles, and information from the workshops on internet research. Theory must be put on the test in order to be useful. It was also utilized to identify the real concept that may be employed in this project. The approach also specifies the sort of methodologies that will use in the future research as well as how progress will be measured. The research approach provides a platform for demonstrating how we may effectively communicate with research activities. For the study design, there are various different sorts of research study design, each with its own set of advantage and disadvantage. The study design chosen to address a specific research topic is determined by the nature of the inquiry and the resources available. They present an introduction of research study design and their classification in this article, which is in the first in a series on study design. Individual design will be the subject of the next article. There are many different sorts of research study design, each with its own set of benefits and drawbacks. The nature of the topic, the objective of the research, and the availability of the resources all influence the study design employed to address a specific research issue. Because the design of a research may influence the validity of its finding, it's critical to understand the many sorts of study design as well as their benefit and drawbacks. Last but not least, for the quantitative research is done to learn about people perspective on the world. While qualitative research has various of methodologies, they always focus on keeping rich meaning when evaluating data. One or more data gathering methods are used in each of the study methodologies. For instance, observing include taking extensive field notes about what you have seen, heard, or encountered. Text, image, video, and audio may all be used to collect qualitative data. It may be working with interview transcript, survey result, field note, or natural sound recording. For example, it frequently strives to keep participant voice and perspective intact, and it may be tweaked when new research topic develop. As new ideas emerge, the data collecting and analysis method may be changed.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Finazam Muhammad Yusof. My nomenclature is AN 2081 and I'm from Group 10, which is Group Watta. Okay, I want to present about the result and analysis from our project. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this is our life cycle cost analysis. The total of SEC, which is construction cost plus maintenance plus operation and plus occupancy, is the total of all of them is 746.5k ringgit Malaysia. Okay, next, the cost used for wheel alignment tires and rim is 40k and the balance minus from the client release payment and receipt payment is 60k. And for the schedule maintenance cost used is 4k and the difference between client release payment and receipt payment between cost used is and the balance is 6k ringgit Malaysia. Okay, next is for the transmission. The cost used is 750 ringgit Malaysia, and between the release payment and receipt payment, and we get balance is 11,250 ringgit Malaysia. And for the suspension, we get the cost used is 8,000 ringgit Malaysia, and we get balance is 6k ringgit Malaysia. And last one is the brake repair, which is we get the cost used is 12,000 ringgit Malaysia, and the difference of the release payment and receipt payment between cost used, and we get the balance is 8,000 ringgit Malaysia. Okay, we move on to the second one. We use for our cost estimation technique, which is the sale forecast. Okay, this is our chart for the sales monthly and sales by year. Since the automotive repair industry operationally a job shop environment, it is somewhat difficult to estimate sales. For job shop, each individual product or service is tailored or unique that job. It's only initiated once an order is made. However, the sales forecast reflect the professional opinion of the 5 owners of car workshop and how much sale will be made based on the following assumptions, which is number one, the effect of planned promotion and the work of mouth marketing, and the current second one, the current price cost of doing business, and the third one, the types of automobiles and job that will occur in every month. Okay, next one, this is our work breakdown section. Sorry for the background. Okay, for the each of the work breakdown structure, we divide into component and service for the price. Okay, next one is our project financing plan. This is our chart startup that we get. And for our expense, we get below 10,000, which is about 9,000 ringgit Malaysia. And for the asset, we get above 25,000 ringgit Malaysia. And this is our stable for the startup. The total startup expense is equal to 6,300 ringgit Malaysia. And the total startup asset is 23,000 ringgit Malaysia, and the total requirement is 29,300 ringgit Malaysia. And this is our table for the startup funding. The total funding that we get from our discussion, we get the total funding is 29,000 ringgit and 300 Malaysia. Okay, and the last one for the project cost evaluation. Okay, for the break even, for the wheel alignment testing, we get 430 units. For the schedule maintenance, we get 160 units. And the suspension, we get 37 units. Transmission, we get 25 units. And the brake repair, we get 172 units for the break even. Okay, for the all then, if the company sold of all of them and reach more than for the break even of each of them, it will reach the break even point. Okay, that's all from me, and that's all from my explanation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Samkarifin and my matrix number is AN20001. And I'll be continuing this presentation with the next sub-chapter of this presentation. So now I'll be continue to the chapter 5 of this presentation, which is the discussion and the recommendation. So now in this chapter, I'll be discuss and summarize a few things regarding our project. So we as a student in UTSM at Pago Edu Hub, we do see there's a lot of different business that offer a lot of different service every day. So we also see that there's many cars and motorcycle in the road in Pago area. From time to time, we can see that these users tend to have a minor and major problem regarding the vehicle. So we do have in our mind to set up our own business because we can see there's a lot of workshop around Pago area, but the price is not so reasonable for the Pago resident. So we do have our own aim in our workshop, which is we would offer a good and slightly low price compared to the market without compromising our quality in our service. We will also make sure that our work is always the top notch. So now the name of our workshop will be the Kang's Workshop. In our workshop, we offer a lot of different services, and our main selling point is the auto repair service. So in this table, you can see there's a lot of different service that we offer, which is the first one is wheel alignment, rim and tire service, the schedule maintenance service, the transmission service, suspension service, and also the brake repair service. There's a lot of uh, uh, car parts that we sell in our workshop, such as tire, rim, oil, filter, absorber spring, camber stabilizer, brake pad, brake calipers, rotor, and other else. And there are so few things that require manpower, which is the changing part service, such as
change tire, change rim, check the tire puncture, do the computerized alignment, change the oil, change the filter, and change the stabilizer and other things. Now we have see all of the components that we sell in our workshop, and each price of the component can be have already been told from the previous chapter, and the total and this is the long-term asset of our workshop, and the projected asset cost is, I think, 23,000 ringgit, and the startup cost for our workshop is 29,300 ringgit. So our business target to have a break even in a few months, but I think it's plausible, but we try to reach the break even within the certain targeted time. So now I'll be saying a few recommendations for our company to grow bigger. The sole aim of our workshop is to become a district leader in quality and service experience of all the minor automotive repair firm within Pago, while maintaining a low cost affordable by our lovely customer. So once our reputation for quality and service experience has made place in the company, our company plans to reevaluate its strategy and positioning within the market to see if a different strategy is viable for our company. So this will allow our company to slightly raise price and increase profit margin in relation to the other shop, which is our rival. So this is expected to be the long-term benefit for our company. And I think a few recommendations that our company should have in its marketing service are such: handing out flyers, giving out discounts, do the advertising in newspaper or automotive magazine, do have a digital advertising, and our company also need to have a referral through other local business owner.